What's up, beautiful people? In this video we will be planting in the rooted vegetable raised bed area. Okay, I have my journal open, I have my seeds ready, and it's time to plant. Let's grow. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Alright, great people, so like I said, I have everything laid out the way it's gonna be. Like I said, I use a journal to categorize and just, make sure everything is in order and in its proper place and know where things are when I am out here growing. So that is what we're gonna grow from, okay? And so we are doing our rooted vegetables, and I am going to do it in succession, okay? But I'll talk more about that as I am gardening in the garden so that you can see it all come together as it does come together, okay? So let's go ahead and get our hands in the seeds. Alright, great people, so the first thing we're going to plant are our beets, and we have both the golden beets as well as the dark red beets, which I'm excited about. And just so you know, in each square section it is said that you can plant 9 beet plants, okay? I'm not gonna go that far. I'm only gonna do like 7 because I've done 9 before and it really turned out to be overcrowded more than anything than it was beautiful. And so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just mark out my holes in which I will use to plant in. And so, just give it a go. That's 6 and that's 7. And the great thing about beet seeds, well, the fun thing about beet seeds is, first of all, they're rocky. I love the texture of the seeds. And outside of that is that in each one of the seeds, there are clusters. And so it's not just like a regular seed as you're used to seeing seeds, but they're a cluster of seeds, which I'll get close to show you them. But in each cluster, there are the possibility of 4 plants coming up, okay? And so I'm gonna just go ahead and plant, which I believe these holes are too deep. So let me close up what I did and then redo them because you don't want them to be too deep. Alright, so let me just, don't have to go so deep. Keep it shallow, and everybody stays happy. That should be good. You want to plant it in a sense where as you drop the seed, you can still see the seed. You don't want it to be too deep. Alright, so those are our golden ones, which I'm excited about. I'll go ahead and put these back into the bag. And then with that same knowledge and insight, we're gonna go ahead and plant the purple ones, which we are more accustomed to seeing. Alright, so after you do some nice shallow holes, you don't want to go too deep. You just want to do it like a 1/2 inch, nothing deeper than that. Just drop your little seed right on in there. Again, you can only need to really drop 1 seed per hole, and that'll do you good. Occasionally 2 have fallen to the hole, but it is not necessary because, like I said, there are clustered growing or seeds, and so they'll do what they need to do. Alright, so now that we have those, let's go over to the carrots, which are a lot smaller seeds, but still get the same type treatment. Alright, so with the carrots, you can do the same thing. You can do 9, but I'm not gonna do 9. I'm gonna do 7 again. This one I'll probably do 8. I'll do 8, but the depth is a lot more shorter because it's a smaller seed, and so the smaller seed doesn't require such a depth, but it only calls for holes that are 1/4 of an inch deep. It's very shallow. And what I'm doing now, I'm just removing any impediments that may come about to stop or stunt the carrot growth. And again, like I said, these carrot seeds are oh so small, so I'm gonna make sure I'm very careful in handling them. In which these seeds are even smaller than the other carrot seeds. which is funny because these are the Danvers and the other one was the Hercules. And so when you're dealing with carrot seeds, know that they are some itty bitty seeds. All right, great people, so we have those down, both the beets and the carrots. And like I said, we're gonna practice some succession planting. And the idea behind succession planting is you don't plant everything you want at one time. But I'm gonna plant some down today. And what I do, like in 2 weeks, is I'll plant some more down so that I will have a continuous crop of both beets and of carrots, okay? So the idea is you don't plant it all at one time, so you don't have to harvest all at one time. But if you do things spaced out, you'll be able to participate or harvest them spaced out, okay? So you never have to want or go to the grocery store once you get these things growing, okay? And so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I recommend you to do. But then more than anything, make sure you document what you do have so that as things are growing, you know what it is, as well as when you are doing more of that same thing, you know where to put it, okay? And so that's the whole idea behind the journal that I use and what I have and what you will be able to plant and grow, not only in your raised bed as I did, but in your friend's raised bed as you help them, okay? Just that family idea that we have going and growing here on this channel, okay? And with that being said, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I don't know what you're waiting for. And you can also join the gardening squad, okay? And you can do that next to the subscribe button. There's a join button, and then we can just be further into cahoots or family, okay? Because there's more that we have in store once you click that join button. So we have our rooted vegetables going. It's all laid out. We have 4 of our square foot spaces already sold up with vegetables. We have 4 that we have marigolds and pollinating plants in them. So hey, we're growing, okay? Make sure you stay tuned to see what other things will be growing in this here raised bed, okay? All right, y'all, I love you all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, happy growing. Peace. Love you. Ooh.